So Doc, at what point during calving should I call a vet if I think I'm having problems? Oh, Doc, where are you?
Oh, I hear you, generic rancher Ron, and that's a great question. There's a lot of good reasons to call a veterinarian, but no matter when you decide to do it, the key is going to be timing. You see, time is of the essence. If we wait too long to call the vet, we're definitely more likely to have a dead calf and possibly even have a dead cow. So because of this, we don't want to dawdle in the process of calling a veterinarian if veterinary intervention is needed. Now, obviously, there's a lot of different experience levels for people out there with what they know about how they calve cows out. If it's something that you've done for a long time, you probably don't have to call a vet very much, versus if this is something you're new to, you'll probably need some more help, and that's just fine. The key is, though, is that we want to have some good basic rules about when we know to call the vet. First is if you go and reach into the cow and you feel something that you've never felt before, that's definitely a good reason to call your veterinarian. It could be something you're just not experienced with, for example, a breached calf perhaps, or some twins. Or it could be something that is rather unusual, but will require some special work to get the calf out, like a schistosoma reflexus calf perhaps. A second reason to call a veterinarian is if you feel that a C-section will be warranted. In these cases, if you reach in and you think you're grabbing onto calves' feet that are the size of wood fence posts, well, that calf's probably going to come out the side. Some other things that can make it more likely the cow will need a C-section to get the calf out rather than being able to give a vaginal delivery will be if the calf's feet are coming out severely crossed, or if you try to get the calf's feet up and the head up into the pelvis and you cannot get the feet and the head into the pelvis at the same time. That cow will probably need a C-section. Now, in any case that you're working on a cow, you're going to want to make sure that you call the vet before you get to a point where you have a dead calf. So a good recommendation is if you go to help a cow out and after 30 minutes of trying, you're not making progress, then you should call your veterinarian. This way, you're more likely to have a live calf and a live cow rather than a dead calf and possibly a dead cow by the time the procedure is over. Now, folks, at Sioux Nation Ag Center, we have a number of veterinary clinics that offer emergency services for bovine dystocias. Feel free to get a hold of us if you have a problem with a cow and need somebody to help you get that calf out. We're here to help you have a live cow and a live calf, which are very critical to feeding that bottom line. One thing I'd like to say, though, if you're going to call a veterinarian, use a telephone. Please don't try to holler through the winds like generic rancher Ron. Also, probably best not to use a passenger pigeon. I don't even know if anybody even has those anymore. Didn't they go extinct, or were those carrier pigeons? I don't remember now. So yeah, passenger pigeon, not a good idea for getting a hold of a veterinarian. And I would also shy away from having a plane write something in the sky that says, "Hey vet, need help," and your address. One, because a lot of times it's night and you won't be able to see the little smoke trails, and two, because planes are kind of expensive. It's way less expensive just to use your telephone and dial the numbers and call the veterinarian to get help. That would be my recommendations.